up? What up? What up?
What's up? I am so excited to be back in the studio.
It's been a long time since we've been here.
Oh my
It's been a long time since we've been here.
Forever since we've been in the studio. I'm so super excited. I'm so super pregnant, guys.
Look at her. Look at her.
Yes. So that's kind of
Baby Bella.
Yes, that's kind of been playing a part on my absence. And Boots was sick. And
as a dog.
And now I am.
oh, Ursula, guys. You guys have to meet Ursula.
Yes,
you know,
I'm
I'll be
under the
going
weather.
on fraternity leave soon. So I wanted to get her familiar with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of my own beliefs and likes. I think her and Boots are going to have fun. I feel like they already...
Yeah, we are.
They already kicking
We was
me
about
off
to
the
stop without you tonight. We was about to rock without you
They already
tonight.
kicking me off the show, guys. I mean, they put me in. I don't want to sit in. This is my seat. This is where I sit. I mean,
Lord,
and now
girl.
they want to tell me already.
It wasn't that serious.
Oh.
It was not.
But before we go too far, welcome to the Buzy with B show. Thank you guys for tuning in on Listen Vision Live Network and Station. We really appreciate it. We ain't been around in a couple weeks, so we hope everybody has had a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's and all that good stuff.
And y'all miss us. That's the whole thing.
Because we sure miss y'all.
I do.
So you know what I want to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about. We got a
Happy
whole
New
lot to talk
Year's,
about.
all that stuff. I got a guest coming in the studio.
Absolutely.
Beautiful young
Yes,
lady.
yes, an amazing guest.
So I'm excited. We're going to talk about her pretty soon.
Yep.
But y'all know we cannot kick off the show without talking about R. Kelly.
I'm out of this conversation.
No, you in it. You in
I
it.
mean,
You are in
The
it.
good thing is nobody can be wrong. You ain't wrong in your opinion. We not judging you here.
I'm judging.
I mean,
I'm
you know,
judging
look,
some-
that's what. Look, yeah.
I'm judging some opinions.
I mean, yeah, I'm definitely on the hashtag mute R. Kelly movement. And anything that, you know, I can stand behind for these young ladies, I'm willing to do that.
Absolutely.
I just put myself in the place of I'm a mom, so I know how I feel, and I know I'm seeing a lot of they 17 and they older and
Ass tail girls.
all of that.
Come
I
on,
mean,
man.
it could be your child.
Shut I'm angry. Look, I'm angry.
Yeah.
I think I'm more angry, which is crazy when you think about it. I'm almost more angry at how people have reacted to this versus the actual act. I mean, people have basically defended this man, try to deflect from him being the monster and the villain that he is. They bringing up Hugh Hefner and bringing up the old school dudes who used to come to the high school, pick up young girls back in the day. All this kind of crazy stuff that ain't even comparable at all. This man hunted and preyed on young girls as young as 14 years old, having sex with
today.
them, continuing it today, ruining their lives, separating them from their families and their loved ones, brainwashing them the whole nine. And you gonna compare that to Jay-Z or Lamar, who used to come to your high school and pick up the little girls?
It's on a whole.
Like, come on, Slim.
It's on a whole.
It's a whole different
level.
situation.
It's a whole different level. And I mean, everyone's saying, "Oh, we could have been spoke out about that. That's something we could have been spoke out." At the end of the day, you know, even when I look back at when it first came out, I was younger then. I was probably around them girl ages that we talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, you know, the African American community, we just blind to the fact, I mean, of sexual predators. And just like, it's something that we don't talk about. And it's something that instead of getting on the accuser, we attack the victims.
Exactly.
And, you know, the music, I mean, it is what it is. Speaks for itself. We can't take that back. But at what point now, most of R. Kelly fans are grown, you know what I'm saying? And at what point now do we stand for something? Because at the end of the day, he's still doing it. You know, parents are still out there trying to get their kids back.
Ain't seen their kids in years.
And you can't say, oh, they 21 and 22. They 21, 22 now, but come on now. Your kids is still, we know from being a kid ourselves, I'm still my mother's baby. And trust and believe, if it was mine, I'm going to be out there. So I'm going to be at the, come out, baby. I love you. I mean, it's to the point where they really don't feel the love. They don't know how much they're missed, they're brainwashed, and whatever the case is, if you ever been a victim of sexual assault, if you ever been a victim of rape, you know that at the end of the day, it's or abuse. If you ever been a victim of abuse and care for somebody and love somebody, it takes so long to really leave that abuser if they don't change. So at the end of the day, let's not judge. Let's look at it for what it is. Because if he was a man with no money and no power, this wouldn't even be that. Or let's just keep it real. If these young ladies was white or any of another race, this would be a whole different conversation.
Even if it was boys, this country has shown us time and time again that, I don't want to cuss, but they don't care about young black girls and black women. If this, like you say, if this was little white girls or even little boys, period.
And we are
just
not
kids,
racist
period.
here on the Buzy with B.
This would not be going on till to this day. But because it was young black girls and people have that mentality of, oh, them little fast-tailed girls, that is the reason why this continues to happen over and over again with him and so many other predators out there.
Let's stop blaming the child. Let's stop blaming the
ridiculous,
victim.
Man.
I mean, we still watching that when we watch the Bill Cosby situation. You know, we talking about, oh, it's their fault, and you know, it's just crazy.
It is, man, and you know, we talk so much about you know, people coming forward and having the courage to come forward. And part of the reason why people don't have the courage to come forward is the exact reason is because they hear and see people say the things that they're saying because of this R. Kelly case, blaming everybody else but the person who did the stuff. Blaming the victims, blaming the parents, blaming racism, blaming the media, blaming record companies. And all that takes away from blaming the monster himself that actually did it.
And he's definitely...
It's all him.
Yeah, and I get the fact that, you know, he's been victimized himself. You know,
ridiculous,
but at what point, you know, do you get help? Do the people around you try to, you know, a lot of people watch this go down. So,
of course.
A lot of people should be living and walking in guilt, you know. So... it's just a sad situation, but it's about time that we as a people are standing up and standing together in the fight of let's call some I mean
decency,
and
common decency.
That's all it is. I mean, he needs to pay for something, you know, at the end of the day. And I mean, everybody's not lying. Think about it. You know, you saying, "Oh, they lying." And
it's a tape. It's a tape that's 25 years old
that
we all seen with a 14-year-old girl on it.
The tape has been there.
It's a tape.
The tape has been there.
The same way we saw Rodney King, same way we saw Philandro get shot by that police. All those things that's on tape that we ride hard for, this R. Kelly evidence is on tape the exact same way.
It's been on tape, and this is just what people saying. It's been on tape for 25 years. I'm just being the... I mean, so it's just, at what point do we stand for something? That's all I'm saying.
Don't get me upset tonight.
I'm
trying to be in a good mood.
You look. Mute him. What we doing?
And see, that's the other thing is that I don't care about people that listen or don't listen to his music. I don't care. Like that shouldn't even be the focus on whether or not you listen to his music or not. Who cares?
You're right.
The bottom line is, call it for what it is. He is a monster. He is a predator, and he need to be under the jail, or if that was my kid, a bullet in his head.
He needs to be away from our kids.
Everybody.
I mean, it's just
everybody.
At this point, I mean, just most of us are moms. Just think about it. I mean, what can we do to help these parents get their kids back?
I don't know.
It's crazy. So it's really time to stand for something.
Yeah,
we can talk about this most of the show, but I have a beautiful young lady with a story, you guys, that will move you and motivate you and inspire you. So I want to get her on here and
much love to all the people that's affected by the shutdown too. Absolutely. Because that's the other hot topic going now, the government shutdown and the idiot who is basically holding people's monies and they're
I can't believe
captive.
It. Oh, and I couldn't even get it out. But the fact that he's shutting down the government, I mean, people can go and end up homeless.
And he don't even care.
You know, and that's my whole thing.
He don't even care.
It's egotistical. It's not about the public people. It's not about us. It's about what he wants, and it's always been like that. Yep. I mean, and at this point, you almost feel like, what can we do? You know, what can we do?
He pressing for 5 million or $5 billion,
Billion.
$5 billion
Billion.
for this wall. Michigan still ain't got clean water. Puerto Rico still in shambles. It's still people living on the street here in this country. Like, come on, dog.
I mean, it's so many things. It's so many things that we can focus on. I mean, it's crazy.
See, let me get in a better mood.
I mean, yeah. You know what?
You were fighting.
I was.
It's one of them days.
I'm militant right now.
And again, we're gonna take a quick break, but I want you to meet Ursula. She will be replacing
Everybody
me.
know Ursula.
I know, right? A friend to the show. She been here enough, all that good stuff. I'm going to be gone, guys, on maternity leave. I went to the doctor today, and I found out they're going to reduce me. I was like, induce. I say reduce.
Look, she can't even get it out right. She's so confused.
Induce
I was
me.
like, reduce.
So I'll be out, but I have some weeks to go. But whenever you guys don't see me, I'm still behind the scenes working.
That's right.
I'm going to be doing some stuff on my YouTube channel. So if you aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel and you want to see Baby Bella sooner than everyone else, you guys can subscribe to the YouTube channel. By that time, my website, it should be launched. thebuzywithb.com. You're going to find my merchandise. I'm kind of sporting my little sweatsuit, one of my sweatsuits today. And the Buzy with B logo. I will have them on some things, not everything. But if you want to support your girl, you definitely can find all that good stuff there.
Shout out to our sponsors.
I was about to say, and we have our first sponsor to the show. So
this fits me so good. Handsome Hustler.
Handsome Hustler. And it's a great meaning behind it. He will be joining us in the studio. He'll more than likely be joining Boots and Ursula in the studio. And it's such a great meaning behind it. I have him making some stuff for us to wear. You before me. And it's just such a great meaning behind that behind that movement. So all that good stuff is happening. I'm gonna miss you guys.
I say let's focus on one thing at a time. I'm reading the comments on Facebook.
Oh yeah. But anyway, I know.
We are grown adults capable of talking and focusing on one thing at a time.
Yeah.
That's the other thing I hate people keep saying. Like, you can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Get out of here.
Yeah. Thank you, Boots. That's right. Fight them. So we are going to go to break, and when we come back, who joining us in the studio? Ursula going to give us a little intro.
One of my favorite people in this world, my goddaughter, Miss Danita Hooper. She's recently married.
Congratulations.
Yes, those of you on Facebook know her as Danita Whitaker. Okay. And First Lady DW on Instagram. She is a DMV hairstylist. She has a flat iron line. She has the bonnets, and we just gonna bring her. She has an incredible story behind what pushes her and what drives her to be successful. So she'll be on. Sure.
Did you say flat iron?
Flat irons.
Oh, that's country as a mother. I love it.
Yeah, we're going to start with her story and all that good stuff, but we're going to make sure we end it on a high note, a happy note, because, just continue to overcome and make it through things. And we want to end it that way. We don't want to stay how her story starts, because it's not how it ends. And God works in ways that's, sometimes we just don't understand.
That's right.
But, at the end results is just awesome. So, when you see us in a couple of minutes, we'll be back with...
Come back through.
Yeah, see you soon.
Niggas ain't trying to smoke. I ain't niggas like can't feel my face. I mean, I can touch it, but I can't feel it inside.
My cousin got the coke. My cousin got the coke, nigga. My cousin got the coke. My cousin got the coke, boy.
Hello and welcome back. We are here with Miss Danita Hooper. Hooper. I mean, that's her merge name. Look, she texted me. She was like, "You got my name wrong." But you know, boss women, you know, they want their name to appear.
That's right.
You know, they want to keep their last name because that's how I'm in. When I finally get that ring, it's gonna be Johnson, whatever the other name is.
Okay.
Whatever. That's terrible.
I know what it is. You know, I got something in my stomach.
Right.
So, but anyway, not about me. Let's talk about this beautiful young lady.
Welcome to the show.
She has such an amazing story.
Right.
And when I first wanted, I kind of was going out for her to come on the show. I didn't even know. But I know, every woman that, we have stories. So I want her to just start out. What I had found out is that she had lost her son. And I want her to start there. That's not what we're gonna end. But just the power of God and how we can make it through anything. So I'm gonna let her start with her story, and we're gonna go from there.
Hello, my name's Danita. Thanks for bringing me on your show. Nice to meet you.
You as well.
And Ursula, thanks for just putting out a good
Plug,
word.
being a plug.
I'm gonna start off with saying my first name is Danita. My last name is Whitaker, and I just got married, so Hooper. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shout out to the Murray crew.
Okay, go ahead.
September 16, 2016, I lost my son. His name was Demetrius Hooper. He was murdered by his grandfather, his step-grandfather. We wound up finding out that he actually beat him to death.
And how old was he?
He was 6 months.
6 months old.
6 months old. We wound up pulling the plug 3 days later after being in the hospital from the 11th. And it's just been really, really hard to deal with. When it first happened, I didn't know if I can go on. Like, I remember telling my mother, I'm giving up on life. Like, I was like, you could take my car, give it to the dealership. Like, I'm just going to stay in bed, and I'm just going to basically melt away, because that's how I felt like what happened to me. Like, I lost my first child. I didn't think I could have a child, because when I first found out, they had told me I had a brain tumor. So I wasn't able to have kids until 2 years later, once it shrunk. So it's just been a hard journey, but I never expected it to happen to me. You know how you see it on the news all the time? I never expected it to be a Facebook story.
So, with that being said, it happened to you, and we never, of course, I would never speak to nothing that I've never experienced. I can only imagine. I've had you and another mom on the show who has lost their babies in such a tragic way. I remember one of the stories you shared with me, and it moved my heart when you said, I had this time left with my son, and I went into like superwoman mode. And a lot of times when we going through something, we don't even know how powerful we are. But you was like, oh, he didn't see Christmas. He didn't see He didn't see
You didn't see Thanksgiving.
So some of the things you did to kind of do that, and it was just like you made a call to your family, and you had them going around getting different balloons from all the dollar stores. And you started happy. It's just like I want you to know how powerful you are. You know I'm emotional, right? But I want you to know, that you are doing such a wonderful job with keeping his memory alive. Because I can honestly say I've been like. I told you, I'm a fan. Like, I was watching you and I didn't know your story, but I wanted to support you. For some reason, it was just like that magnet. I didn't get that until I was like, Ursula, I want her on the show. And she gave me a little bit of history, but I want you to know how powerful you are. You are doing a great job with keeping your baby spirit alive. And just some of the things, I saw one picture when you kind of put him like he's older. Okay. And I thought that was so beautiful. But like I said, and it was only then that I learned that he had passed away. Yeah. And so a lot of times we talk about the mom. We talk about you and your struggle. But your boyfriend at the time lost his son too. Right. And it was his mom and his dad that did that. And we don't talk about as a black love and a black unit, the husband. He's now the husband. The husband. Yes, you guys made it through. You made it together. Yes. You made it strong. Let's talk about some black love because it's not always easy. Talk about that black love, girl.
I'm gonna tell you, it was really, really hard. Like, it was nights that I wanted to strangle him, but I think that we had to come to agreement. Like, even though it was both of the families going at each other, we had to make sure that we was making the right decision about what the stepfather did and that we were at the same understanding. Because at first it was, he fell out of the car seat. Then the second story was we was playing and I threw him up and he hit the fan. Then the third story, like, it was just stories changing. So I needed to get his input because when I got in the ambulance and I saw my baby, I knew he was hurt. I was just like, this not no fall. Like, and our son, he was 6 months. Like, he wasn't a normal 6 month year. Like, he was 6 months standing up on the couch thinking he could do anything. So I'm like, my son wouldn't have fell out of the car seat and just not got up, And then the fan story didn't make sense, like nothing. So when I went to my fiance and I talked to him about it, I'm like, what do you think? He was just like, it's not making sense. So once I knew we were on the same page, I just knew that I couldn't turn or leave him in the dark because at the end of the day, it was both of our child. We had to stand strong together. Like, if I would have left him, I don't think he would have made it. So I had to be there for him because it was more of his side of the family. I couldn't even imagine if it was my side. So, yeah, I mean, he's so supportive.
Y'all are so super cute.
Thank you.
And y'all are so super cute. And the fact that, I mean, a lot of times we talk about relationships on this show, and I know we're going through my own dramatic stuff with, my relationship. And I know that the things that you go through is the things that get you too. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm fortunate enough to know that, and everything isn't just always gravy, but what you guys have made it through. Yeah. I'm just wishing more babies in the future for you guys. And keep on doing what you guys are doing. Yeah,
he's very supportive. In the beginning, when I first lost the baby, I didn't know what I wanted to go back to do. It was my second day at my government job. Like, I literally was like, if I get this government job, look at Trump, look what Trump did now. I'm glad I went for myself.
But an entrepreneur.
Yes. I was like, if I get this government job, like, everything's gonna be great. And then my second day on my government job, my son was murdered. So I knew that I didn't want to go back to work. I knew I had to do a 360 with my life. Like, I was like, this has to change. Like, I can't go back to this. But maybe 3 months later, I got tired of being in the house. I was bored. My husband had bought me a salon chair. He bought me a mirror. He was like, won't you just start back doing your hair thing? I'm like, okay. But my clients was calling me. I was like, I'm not ready. And then one client called me, and then I literally was like, all right, I need to do something. My bank account looking like crazy. But I'm gonna tell you how I came out with my flat iron line. So my son was definitely my biggest motivation. So this is in dedication to him and say in memory of Dimitri.
Can we open
Can we
it?
open
Yes,
it
you
up?
can
Yeah.
open it. Okay, don't look at the.
Okay,
This was in my
that's
trunk.
fine. Okay. That's how businesswomen ride around.
Yes, so it's
Okay.
my black flat iron.
Oh,
This
they
is
the
the
good
black
ones,
one.
too.
I also have a rose gold one, but they go up to $450. You can't find a flat iron with $450, and they also have a laser light in the inside for damaged ends. So if your ends are damaged and you don't go to the salon and you need your ends clipped, you can use these to protect your ends. So they're really good. I love them.
I'm gonna try them out. How much are they?
They are $75. You know what? I literally wanted to go to 110 with them, but they did so good at my flat iron release party. I actually did it on the day that my son died, so September 16th. Because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have started this. I
Right.
wouldn't have believed in myself. So it definitely went a long way. I started out with 100. I sold 51 at my release party.
Wow.
Awesome.
I'm down to 13. I still got like 3 rose gold and 10 black, so you are welcome to
Go buy them
order
up, y'all. Go
Yeah.
buy them up.
The good thing is, I'm
Sorry. How would they book an appointment with you or buy the flat iron?
Okay, well, you can
Yeah.
book an appointment. DM me on First Lady DW on Instagram, and then on Facebook, I'm Danita Whitaker / Hooper. She made me change it, actually. Yeah, and then my telephone number is 240-361-7103. So
okay, and let's definitely we're gonna talk about the flat irons. She do hair. She's working on her hairline.
Yes,
Hair
I
is
am.
really amazing, guys. She will be coming on as a partner to the Busy with Bee show, a sponsor. So you guys will see her products. You will hear, and you will get to really see, you know, between me and Ursula, you know, you will get yes.
Don't leave me out now. Don't leave me out.
You know,
I got
you know, but
you know they got the toupees and stuff.
Oh,
I
nah,
got
I'm
those.
good.
Oh,
I'm good.
okay, okay.
I'm good.
So definitely you
I'm
guys
good.
will start to see her things more because she will be partnering up with the Busy with Bee. We have our first sponsor ship. So and more we are growing. We
Yes,
are
we are.
going. You want to support the cause. I have selfie lights now, guys. They are doing really well. I have been behind the scenes and just doing my thing. So it's just like if you want one, ladies, you know how we are. We like that bright light in our face to give us that glow when we hanging out with the girls or whatever. So support the cause, support Busy with Bee. I'd appreciate it. My website and all that good stuff is dropping soon.
So I got a question, kind of getting back to your story. The guy that did this, is he in jail now?
Yes, they only gave him 20 years, but I'm thankful for that. At first, I was kind of selfish with it. Like, I felt like, oh, they robbed me. Like, you know, I did feel like my son would have made it past 20, but we never know.
Right.
But I am thankful. My cousin just got murdered, and his killer only got 4 years. So
Wow.
it is something to appreciate, but,
Yeah.
you know.
And so, talk a little bit more about the difficulties that you and your then fiance just had, just coping every day. Like, did you guys go to any type of counseling? Did you?
We did counseling. It didn't go good. You know,
Really?
it didn't go good. Which was
The
everybody.
counseling?
It didn't go good. No.
Wow.
We was the youngest people in there that was going through what we went through, and it was people 50, 40.
Yeah.
You know, they were in
Was
counseling
this
for
like
10
a grief
years.
counseling
it was.
type thing? Okay.
And then we also tried. Well, actually, my new therapist, I'll go tomorrow. So we're
Good.
doing single and counseling, but
Good.
the group counseling did not work for us only
Right.
because it was people older than us going through things for 10 years, and we
Right.
were only weeks in. So yeah.
What about like couples or even now marriage counseling?
Yeah, we did we did couples counseling. It didn't. No.
That wasn't rocking either.
No.
So how do you feel about counseling in general now?
Well, counseling in general for
Or therapy,
us, but
I
what
should
we
say.
went through, it wasn't good.
Okay.
Only because a lot of kids didn't get murdered how our kids.
Yeah, right.
Our kids.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they was.
Someone to
Yeah,
relate
we
to.
needed
Yeah.
to be around people that went through the same thing as
Right.
us. These kids got shot. These kids got you know, an
Stuff-
accident,
yeah, stuff like that,
accidents, like
yeah.
stuff like that. So we need to find a counselor that can just talk about what we've been through.
Right.
And what I want you to share is, how old are you? Because a lot of people, you know, I want people to know that you can make it through and get through anything.
Yeah.
And come out. How old are you, beautiful?
I'm 29.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm 29. Yes, I was
At the
26
time.
when I had my
Yeah,
son.
At the time you was
That's a lot
Yeah.
to take on as a 26-year-old.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. You
I had
definitely.
just turned 26, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's commendable that you were able to come out and then start this and
Yeah.
and get married and
Yeah.
and all of those things.
I mean, it was definitely difficult. It was family members that tried to pull us apart, try to turn us against
And why do you
each
think?
other.
I heard you mention that before. That
Yeah.
like the other sides or the sides of like how do you think that dynamic came about? That family members were actually giving so much negativity to the whole situation.
Well, when it first initially happened, my fiance mom thought it was an accident, but when I first went into the hospital and I'm sitting there with my son and I'm touching him and I'm looking at his body, I had turned to the doctor. I said, "Do you believe in God?" He said, "Yes, I do." I said, "When you look at my son, do you believe this was an accident?" He had told me no. So when I called her, she tried to protect her husband with a different story, you know, that was told to us from him. And it just never made sense to me. So it started with just us going back and forth. Who was going to go to church with him first? Like, you know, it was basically a battle.
Right.
And then things was being told to the families that we didn't say. Oh, they don't want y'all around them. So it kind of was like the family backed up from us. So a lot of things happened that could have been avoided, but a lot of people didn't come to us and ask us, "Are these things true?"
Right.
Like they just went by her word.
It's at the time when families should come together.
Yeah.
You was almost like alone.
We was at our
on the
breaking
island.
point. But my mom, my sister, my best friends, my bridesmaids, you know, and his friends, he have some good friends, they stuck by us.
Good.
Like through all of it.
You had a village.
amazing.
You had a
Yeah,
village.
we did have a village.
And so
behind us.
how are your relationship with those other family members now?
We still don't talk to them.
Okay.
No, we talk to probably a few of them, but as far as the mom
Yeah.
and the, you know,
And that's probably best.
Yeah,
That's
it
probably
is best.
Yeah.
It's best for me too because
Yeah.
I had to learn the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I couldn't deal with certain things.
Absolutely, absolutely. I
okay.
understand that. Yeah, and sometimes we got to learn that in life, as things happen and we get older and we have life experiences, you can't take everybody with you.
Yeah, you can.
You can't take everybody with you. And some of those people that you've been knowing since you was a little kid, you might have grew up with, they might have sat you at one point, and you looked at them as an auntie or whatever.
Yeah.
When you get older and things happen, like you said, that energy just ain't right, and
wasn't.
you know you got to separate yourself from them. So I completely understand
And
you
I
on
know
that.
it's hard. You know, I mean, I do. You know,
Yeah.
because even though you experienced something tragic with your loved one, you know, a mom, and just talking to you, I know that you miss her.
Yeah.
You know, and I know that you wish things were
We were
different.
like best friends. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I could call his mom and when I couldn't reach my mother, and we could talk about anything. We would be on the phone for about 3 hours. But to be able to go through death of my son and not have her beside us, it was like, dang, I lost a mother just as well as he did, you know.
Right.
Eventually, I know that it will be a time that he will want to sit down with his mother, just like it will be a time that I would want to sit down with the person that murdered my son, because it's all about growing and just getting over things. Like forgiveness.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could forgive the man that murdered my child, but I know that I could sit down and talk to him and see what was you really thinking, you know?
Right. And has he now that he's in jail and the case itself is over, has he ever admitted what he did?
No, he never admitted to the fact that he did it purposely or what he did it for, but he did say it was an accident, and he kept saying it, which I didn't believe. So
That's unfortunate, man. It really is. It really is. But you know, just praise God that you're here now, because a lot of people could literally lose their mind over something like that.
I'm actually in a women's group, and I know one of the women that actually murdered herself because of killed herself, committed suicide because she couldn't live without her child.
Right.
So it definitely was hard. I actually reach out to young girls at my release party. raise money for a young girl that lost her baby, and it's just crazy. We're losing children every day.
Left and right.
Yeah.
It is bad.
To be like that so much in the forefront like that, where we have to worry about, the kids.
Yeah.
You especially when the grandparents, you
I
drop them
know,
off.
that's so scary.
Right.
Yeah, and grandma's house is normally safe house, you know. And so, like I said, I could continue to commend you.
Yeah. And my mom taught us not to let our children go with everybody, so my son didn't go with too many people.
Right.
I probably could. I don't even need my whole
Especially at 6
hand.
months years old.
Yeah,
I
don't even need
You
my whole hand. It's
really
just,
starting to separate. I
Yeah.
mean, that's one of the conversations that I'm having with, my fiance. It's just like how long. That was a
Right. That was a jab.
She's speaking
That was a
into
jab.
existence.
you got to. That's
That was a
how
jab.
long are you gonna stay off of work and stuff like that. It's always hard, and I know how it was when
I cried on my first day. I actually have a video of a Facebook Live, and I was like, "Do you want to go to daycare?" He was pulling his monkey like, "Yeah," like, and I'm like, "No,
You wanna
stay home."
leave me?
Yes, like it was so hard. That breakaway is serious.
Yeah, it's so serious. I know with her, I was calling my mom, grandma, like 100 times. She was like, "B, if you call me one more time, this baby is okay." So I commend you. You are doing great things.
Absolutely.
Continue to do that, and just stay motivated. But again, you're going to be around.
Yes.
So your products is going to be around. They're going to be able to find you and all that good stuff. We're going to get the contract drawn up. And we're going to have fun.
Busy with D.
There it is. There
On
it
the
is.
Busy with me.
On the Busy with B.
There it is. There it
All
is.
right.
There it is.
What Boots? Because you always look. He always got to wheel me back in.
Yeah.
So what should we go from here?
Well, I mean, being that we have her here, and we were talking about some of the current events. Are you guys at all? Well, no, you're an entrepreneur. Are you affected by or your household affected by the shutdown?
No, it's not. My clients, I hope y'all still come to me. I got
Ain't
y'all.
nobody got no money to pay for their hair.
I got the discounts. I don't care. Like
The shutdown discount?
The shutdown discounts, the half off, the give me a cash app fee and I do your hair, whatever. I got it. But no, I haven't been affected by it. But I do pray for my clients that is.
And that's why I wanted you to let people know your age, because you this happened at 26. You could have. It's so many things. In our 20s period, we don't know. But you hit 25. That's a pivotal moment. You're about to hit 30. That's another pivotal. Because then you really evaluate in your life. 30 isn't so bad.
Oh, gosh.
But
it's
just.
I know.
It's coming
I
fast.
had to lose some weight just because I heard 30 on the way.
But I just
Man.
wanted to share your age and just, let people see you, just what you're doing and how you made it through, and share your business, share your story, because it's just a way to just through you, people can see your walk by faith.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, at 26, you don't see your future.
This definitely is faith, because at first I couldn't even speak. As far as when I came on the shows and went out in the public, I'd be, but my son, I cried through the whole thing, but I still wanted my son's story to be heard. But that's why I know it's faith, because
And that's what I'm saying. I wanted to get to that. I wanted to make sure we master the faith category, because a lot of times we walking by faith. We don't know what God is going to do in our life.
Yeah.
And it's just about the trust. So I'm just, through your story, I wanted the viewers to know and hopefully be inspired that we can do anything. And it's not much that God is going to take us through that we can't get through. Right. So never give up, guys. I know the background of where we from. A lot of times we don't have that family support. And, I can speak to that. In some cases, it's just we still have to find a way to push through, and the way you and your husband now push through. It came together because family be the main ones, and most of the time they all broken up and toxic and done been through it, don't know how to really make it through nothing. But they will pull and rip at you, and just to know that happened to you, and you guys fought through. You fought through, and we
definitely did.
Y'all included each other and got on the same page, and communicated. So
Yeah.
Was this story all over the news?
It was.
Okay.
It was. We did a couple of highlights, like his candlelight vigil. We did maybe after the funeral. It was on a couple of times, probably about 3 times.
And did you have any women or men or people in general, like maybe even from all over the country, reach out to you guys if they heard your story?
We got on a couple of podcasts and with Lonnie B.
Oh, okay.
First Lady. I can't remember the church that she's from, but we know reached out. A lot of people reached out to us. People that lost their child. People that I was able to just tell them how I'm doing and them telling me what to do as far as getting by. But yeah, we reached out a lot. Of people did.
So, go ahead.
Is it anything coming up? I mean, like I said, I think you're doing amazing with keeping your son's spirit alive. Is there anything coming? Like, I know, are you doing any candlelight visions and stuff like that?
In April, we celebrate Child Abuse Month. I am trying to do a walk this year, so this will be our first walk if we do get it approved by, I guess, the police station that's in our area. But I do want to do a walk this year. His birthday is in March, so we do a balloon release for his birthday. Last year, we did a sparkle. It was so pretty. Okay. It was nice. But that's about it. That's all I got coming up as far as April. I'm excited for April.
Yeah, I'm excited for April
because
Bella will be here and I'll be able to, I mean, like I said, your family now. Yes. So I want to be a part of the movement.
We have a good time. It don't even feel like we're grieving at that point. It's just about celebration.
Yeah, that's what I said. The show is all about talking about it, but not standing.
Right.
So just the fact that we can celebrate his life, we can talk about him, we can smile and be beautiful. Y'all see these beautiful young.
Thank you.
Studio is hot today.
Ursula, were you friends or closely tied to the story when all this happened?
No, I adopted her how long ago? Over a year ago.
Okay.
Over a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like she became one of my children. I'm like, that's my godchild. Like, I'll do anything for
She
her.
did. She claimed me real quick.
I
My
did.
mother was like, "You got a godmother?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes." Like, she's so sweet. But she's been supporting me since I met her. Like, I swear to God, I think God sent her from heaven.
But
that's what's up.
That's that connection.
Yeah.
I promise, like, for some reason, it's just the connection.
That's that village, man.
And we didn't start like that. We more had a business relationship. Yes. So it was just like, I never fit in at work. I feel like because I should be an entrepreneur, because I should be doing this full time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was just like, the connection. So I know what you're saying, and I don't mind sharing her. Okay.
Okay.
She gonna be my best friend over you. When you out. Right, there you go. Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
Let me tell you this though. I'm putting you on the spot.
Here we go.
I'm putting you on the. When I come back, guys, I want to find Ursula a man.
Oh my goodness.
Hey,
No,
let's do. I'm on the show.
Don't y'all do
Y'all
that.
should do blind.
She gonna do it.
No,
She's gonna do it.
I really
She
am.
gonna do it.
So guys, you guys can start, preparing your little stuff,
What's this?
DM
Like
me.
a dating game or something?
Yep.
What you doing?
Yep.
We
That's
gonna
gonna be fun.
We gonna fix.
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm gonna screen all these little knucklehead dudes, all of them.
Security guard.
Yep, I'm going hard too.
I trust him to go hard.
There you
Why
go.
You put me on the spot like
I
that?
just had to because look, you know what? You deserve someone
You
great.
do.
And you're powerful, you're beautiful, someone that can pour into you, baby, so we can conquer the world. So with that being said, y'all already heard it here first. When we get back, it's gonna be so fun when I come back from heaven, Bella.
Look at her. She
I
just
cannot wait.
Look at her.
Make
But-
sure you put her on the panel too with y'all three when y'all do
Right.
it.
Oh, I gotta be on the panel because I gotta be the pick of who she gonna pick.
Yeah, we
gotta be
we
on
got
this
this.
Look
But
at her.
I'm already a part of the
thank you.
show.
You
There it
are.
is.
I
Already.
told you.
Already.
That's how
Already.
it is when you come here.
Thanks
You
for putting me on the spot, honey.
you welcome.
Get used to it.
Yeah, I know, right?
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Something to the Lord?
Hey, you never know. Hey, I'm pulling cards.
So don't overflood my DM right now, okay?
No, y'all have to get them criteria. If they don't believe in marriage, don't do
marriage, God
yes.
first, and then
prayer, like
yeah,
no.
we gonna go down the list of things. It's gonna be a list of things that we gonna go down and we gonna screen and all that good stuff. So be ready for that.
Yes.
That's funny.
I'm excited.
It's is gonna be so funny.
Why you laughing?
I already got one candidate in line. I mean, that I like, that I think they had.
I already know who she's talking about
It's
too.
gotta be handsome.
Cool.
No, it's more. See, she's still young,
So
y'all.
what? So
No,
what?
no, I'm
so
paying
how?
for her.
Let me
I'm
ask you,
paying for
Ursula.
her.
How important is that to you? How he looks and how handsome he is?
It's not that important.
It's not
It was
important.
a joke.
I'm past that. No. Let me tell you something.
Connect-
So physical attraction isn't something that's important in who you decide to be your mate.
Yeah, don't
I
say.
mean, it will be a bonus, but let me say this: I will fall in love with how he treats me. First of all,
But
and
you-
if he got some swag to him with the way he dressed, you know how his haircut. It ain't all about being.
But don't he have to? But don't you have to be physically attracted
Attracted
for
to
him
your
to walk,
food?
for him to even get through the door
I
to
do.
even treat you nice?
Yes,
Yes.
but no, don't let me say he ain't gotta be like
Nah, see.
out of this world.
Okay, let me speak on that because my
Okay.
husband, I'm not attracted to light skin men. He's
My
light
husband
skin.
is handsome.
He's handsome, but I'm not attracted
But that
to
don't.
light
But
skin
but so that don't mean.
me saying that meaning like you could fall
I'm-
for anybody.
I'm
like
saying
I was
I'm
real
But he
quick
ain't-
on-
to broaden
He look
my-
good.
But he's
though.
an attractive
Yeah,
guy,
he was.
so
He
that's all
is.
that count.
I
guess.
don't know how. Like, we really got off a
But
subject.
y'all
Okay.
me also. It's
I
like
mean-
now Boots gave me that question. Look, I'm at a different point in my life. They don't have to look like what I've always been attracted to.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm willing to, you know,
try something
yes,
different.
absolutely.
You know.
I can dig it. It
Try a
sound
little
good.
steak, but you eat
Boots,
chicken.
don't you do
It
it?
sound
Y'all
good.
already put me on the spot. I ain't even know, you know.
I ain't know it was gonna go
Nah,
there.
I'm
either.
ready for that.
Look, this is her idea.
Look,
Let her
we-
decide what
we-
the criteria
yeah.
got be.
Yeah, it can.
We got off a subject.
It's fine. That's my
But-
godmother.
Yeah.
And then I don't even like her. I'm not really attracted to light skinned men. They gotta be brown or dark or something. But I try.
See? Here you
I
go.
try light
Here you
skin.
go. Here you
I'm
go.
saying I'm not ruling them.
See, mine's
Here you go.
amazing though, so
Yes,
I'm
that's-
happy
I'm
I
giving
switched
you an
over.
example of what I
to
would
my
go
buttermilk.
For, and now I would. Yeah, I
Said
want light
buttermilk.
skin,
My
dark
buttermilk.
skin.
Almond
God
milk.
never gives you what you think. What you think
Exactly.
you want.
I'm
You know.
giving
So
an example. I would go for light skin,
yeah.
dark skin, brown skin. No.
yeah. I mean, okay. So
Okay,
the
see,
show
let-
is winding
again,
down.
right?
Okay.
We got to wrap up because the
Yeah.
women gonna get the women gonna get the goon.
show is winding
Talking about
down,
men.
guys. So, again, I wanted you guys to get used to Ursula. She will be here, because I'm not trying to come back until I'm snatched. Okay, it's like no, I'm just
Oh my
playing.
God, she's not playing.
I'm
She's
not-
serious. It's like the 5th time you said that. She dead serious.
But you guys can keep up with me. Boots gonna tell y'all where to find me, but I want you guys to keep up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can get to know me a little personal. You can get to know my chocolate thunder. Since y'all talking about chocolate.
Oh my God.
We gotta watch out, Ursula. No, but you're gonna get to see me behind the scenes, and you're gonna get to meet Bella before everybody. So follow me on YouTube. I don't know what I'm gonna do in the delivery room yet. I'm really shy, but this is my last hoorah, so why not put up the camera and have it on air? But where can they find you?
You can find me at Instagram, First Lady DW, on Facebook, Danita A. Whitaker /Hooper, and soon to be www.dwwarriorqueen.com. It's already up, but we just getting the kinks together.
That's what's up.
All right.
Boots.
They already know where they can find me.
They know where they can find you.
Boots292 Instagram. Calvin Billy Boots on Facebook. That's what it is.
And we working with Ursula on some
Look, y'all done
things.
threw me out. I'm off track. Y'all done threw me way off.
Yeah. So
Okay.
make sure if you want to support the show, you want to support your girl. It gets tough around here. You have more money going out than you have coming in. The Buzy will be, selfie light with the logo, real cute. It's a little dumb, y'all, because I ain't charge it up.
Fellas, don't let me see y'all out here with selfie
Y'all,
lights on your
look,
phone.
buy one for your girls,
Don't-
okay?
you better not
you
be
might
on
got
your
a
phone.
daughter, all that good stuff.
All that good
You
stuff.
better have some football or something
Support
on
the
your
cause.
phone.
I'm doing great things in the community. I'm gonna be out there. So support me. Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for
always,
having
thank
me
y'all.
on.
Thank you for coming. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate
And
it.
what when we get guests in the studio,
Yeah,
it's so humbling.
It takes a lot to come here.
You don't have to.
in the evenings like this, so we really
Yeah.
appreciate your time and
You
your
don't
effort.
have to give your time. So the fact that you do, you come
Yep,
through.
absolutely.
Give us your time for free.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
thank all of y'all for tuning in as usual.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. We missed y'all, but we'll be back next week with
Oh my-
another show.
yes.
Ursula, you gonna be here next week, Urs?
I will be here.
Ursula
All right,
is
bet.
gonna be here until I get out. So, if you guys don't see me and you see Ursula, I'm behind the scenes. I will be Skyping in. I will be calling in. I'm going to be like one click away, but I'm going to be behind the scenes and helping these guys with whatever I can. And I can't wait for you guys to meet Baby Bella. So, see you guys next Monday.
See y'all.
Right here.